I was born and raised on the shoreline of Connecticut, right on the ocean. Loved all things maritime. Certainly spent a good portion of my life trying to figure out what I wanted to be when I grew up. Got into commercial diving and loved everything about it. At one point I started Defiant Marine, emergency response diving and salvage company. I had no idea what that industry entailed until you get into it, and it's pretty amazing. Some of the largest things that man has ever made are dealt with on the ocean, and you come into contact with them in salvage and diving. Shackles and wire and winches and boats and steel structures that are just beyond comprehension. I was hooked. I loved everything about it. I was actually a little frustrated that I hadn't found out about it sooner. We are on a retired Girl Scout camp that was opened in 1971. There's over 60 buildings on the property. None of the buildings that were here are being demolished. They're all being remodeled, rejuvenated, repurposed. I think that's a pretty unique part of the project. The biggest issue I have right now is figuring out what piece of equipment I want to be in, and whether it's the track hoe or a tractor or a dozer or a haul truck. I call it four-wheel therapy or track therapy. The smell of fresh cut dirt and the seat time moving dirt in a way that makes sense for a project, it speaks to me. Picking good equipment, which is probably easier than finding good people. Good people are the hardest part of the equation. I've been blessed on both sides. The way that everybody just naturally choreographs their moves, it's a wonderful thing to be a part of. I tell people all the time, serendipity has been a factor in my life. In a crazy world, what we have going on here on a regular basis kind of rekindles all of our faith. It's the kind of place where at the end of the day, when the work shuts down, nobody rushes to leave. You throw an extra log in the wood stove and you hang around for a little while and tell the stories, and the guys joke every day, best job I ever had.